got shocking, drama, and funny videos for y'all for today. Y'all go ahead and smash that like button. Let's break the algorithm and let's get right into this video. We got a long one. What's going on right now, man?
No DNA, no fingerprints, missing bullet fragments. Despite those concerns, rapper Tory Lanez, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, was convicted in connection to the 2020 shooting of fellow artist Megan Thee Stallion in the Hollywood Hills, which left her with injuries to her feet. Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years, a full decade behind bars. To this day, Mr. Peterson, Tory Lanez, maintains his innocence, insisting he never fired the gun. Now, new evidence and claims are surfacing, including from a witness whose account contradicts key parts of Megan Thee Stallion's version of events that night and appears to support Tory Lanez's defense.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times. Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun.
Amid renewed questions about the case, Tory Lanez was stabbed multiple times inside a California prison on Monday, according to the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. He's currently recovering in the hospital. Criminal justice reform advocate Diana London, a key figure behind the First Steps Act, publicly criticized the handling of the original case during a press conference in Los Angeles today. She says the case was paper thin and politics thick, alleging that prosecutors inflated weak charges and caved to media pressure. Her warning is, if a celebrity can get railroaded, what chance does the average defendant have? London is now calling on Governor Gavin Newsom to consider a pardon for Daystar Peterson and to authorize a full, independent, non-biased review of the case. Let's welcome Diana London.
Tory he did not have a previous criminal record. He had never been arrested before. The young man had a clean record, no violence, and yet they added a gun enhancement. So today, if no gun enhancement was even added to that, for a crime like this, if he even did commit it, it would be 2 to 5 years. 2 years, usually they would let you out. So at this point, he's already been there for almost 2 years. But they added an additional enhancement on it, reserved for violent gang members, and they gave him a 10-year sentence with no DNA, no actual physical evidence. And so in the time in the country, it was very polarizing. There was a lot of politics going on. Megan was a very public figure. She was very supportive of Kamala Harris, who was running against the current president. And they used that opportunity within the media to peddle a lot of headlines, very sensational headlines, and they gagged him just like they did President Trump during his legal battles. They gagged Tory. They wouldn't let him defend himself, and Tory had no opportunity to get out there and have a press back on other articles. So if you go to the CaldwellInstitute.org, you will see a button that says Free Tory Lanez. You can click that, and it will send you to a change.org petition. Sign that petition. That petition will send it to the governor and tell him to pardon Tory Lanez.
So I just seen that he got like over 1,000, more than over thousands of protections. So a lot of people want Tory free. This is crazy, man. This is crazy how a female can just say something and then your life is just done. Like, that's crazy. So he was locked up for something he didn't even do, and then he got to get stabbed 14 times. This is not okay. This is not okay, man. That he got to sue her. You gotta sue Megan, I ain't gonna lie. She gotta get sued. So it says over 100K people signed a petition in less than a day. Less than a day. Urging the California governor to patrol Tory Lanez after new evidence suggests he's innocent. That's tough, my guy. That's a GG's, Megan. That's the truth always get out, man. Hey, he may have got stabbed 14 times, but he back now. She's a liar. People really be out here lying, thinking they can get away with it. No more lies. We had enough of the lies. No more lies. So now they trying to lock up Chris Brown because he said free Tory.
Nah, that man Chris Brown got arrested a couple of hours after saying free Tory Lanez. Rock Nation ain't never beating them allegations. Folks said, oh, you trying to say free people? Bet it's about to be free you. But now, all jokes aside, this is a serious situation. Chris Brown was arrested in Manchester, England, not in America, on allegations that he beat up a producer back in 2023, but it gets worse. Man, this man claiming Chris Brown gave him that John Wick whooping, bro. He claims that Chris Brown not only hit him in the head with the bottle, Chris Brown proceeded to hit him again 3 times. His knees got weak. Chris Brown punched him. He fell to the floor. Then he says that Chris Brown stomped the yard on him like he did in that movie. That's not funny. But yeah, the claim is he filed this police report back in 2023, 8 months after the incident transpired, claiming great bodily harm. And now Chris Brown is locked up on suspicion of that. He probably was in England and didn't even know that, he had that on him. But regardless, now we just gotta wait for him to go free. I don't know how they little prison system work. But look, Rock Nation, I don't got no beef. You feel me? Me reporting on Diddy, Tory, and Chris. Hey, I don't got no beef. I'm just a reporter. What do y'all think about this? Nah,
That's crazy, man. There's so much going on right now, man. So much.
Somebody please explain to me what the fuck is going on. I can't even process all the shit that's going on today. Somebody please check on Gatsby husband. That nigga ain't shaking back after this shit. Lord Jesus. Taking turns, pissing in each other's mouth, rubbing semen on a nigga nipples. Oh my God, Jesus. Nigga, imagine you bragging like, nigga, I just pulled one of the hoes who used to fuck with Diddy, nigga. I'm getting money in, I got a bad bitch. Old times, he one of the biggest hoes Diddy that ever had in his life. Goodness gracious. But fuck me up the most. You meaning to tell me Tory Lanez got stabbed 15 times for nothing? Oh, hell no. Nigga almost died in jail for nothing. Ain't that about a bitch? Oh, y'all bitches don't want to bandwagon Megan Style. Y'all trying to hop on dick with the DDG situation. Shut the fuck up and sit the fuck back and let shit unfold on its own. The last time y'all was dick sucking about a situation, the bitch was lying the whole goddamn time. How about you just shut the fuck up and let shit fold on its own? Haley DDG situation looking pretty slim. I don't think she finna win that bitch. They unfolded all that bullshit she done uploaded. The bitch got a nerve to ask a nigga why he's single. Look at all 3 of these hoes this week. What the fuck you talking about? We got a bitch that's been the biggest slut. We got a bitch that done lied on a nigga for no reason. Then you got a bitch playing it foul and playing it crazy. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? Now that I'm thinking about it, I knew that bad boy shit was up. Bad boy. You see what I'm saying? That shit off. I knew something wasn't right with that nigga from the start. Never peeped his signs. We kept running away from this shit. Told niggas we should have listened to Tupac. He been said them niggas was weird. Can somebody please explain to me what the fuck is going on?
Yo, what Future say?
It's an evil world we live in.
Oh, so now that there's evidence proving that Meg lied, now I'm not fucking crazy. Because when I said that shit when Tory Lanez's case went to trial, or when he got arrested and all this shit started circulating, and I said some ain't right, some ain't sitting right, and I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be a girl's girl, but some about the whole case didn't make it seem right. Now come to find out it was her best friend that said pew 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 to her feet. And y'all got an innocent man being violently beaten up in jail because y'all want to lie and play with people's things. Look, and I'm not trying to be that person, but at the end of the day, if Meg got her ass up on that stand and lied under oath, that is perjury. That is perjury, and she deserves to go to jail. At minimum. At least give her the same sentence Tory got for not doing it. I don't care. Y'all may call me a pick-me-sha, whatever the fuck it is, but it's called accountability. She lied and got an innocent man sent to jail. Have a day.
Not only that, got him stopped 14 times. He got to go through someday. He going through a lot of stuff for no reason. For no reason. Because she went and lied.
G gets accused of abusing Halle right when his career starts to hit the charts, especially his music career, because we already know him for streaming and being successful as far as a social media influencer, and he's been doing that way before Miss Lady here, and now she wants to accuse him of abuse. Well, now I have the proof that this man did not do such a thing. If anybody knows about domestic violence and abuse, it's me. If anybody knows what signs to look for, it's me. And I am trying my best to keep calm because this actually hits me on a personal level. But besides that, we're gonna keep this platonic and professional. I didn't even get dressed.
So she tried to pull a Megan, it's the stallion. She tried to pull a Megan on him. There's a lot of Megans out there, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm straight out of bed like this because I'm really coming. Nobody's coming to defend this man. Nobody's using their common sense that God gave them. Nobody's putting two and two together. So I guess I'll be the one to do it for you. Now, first things first, right? So she says in her claims due to the report, right? She says that she met up with him and they were having a discussion about visitation and co-parenting in the car. She also says that she has footage on her Ring camera of this abuse. She also goes on to state that he slammed her head into the steering wheel and her tooth chipped, excuse me.
Slamming her face on his steering wheel and chipping her tooth. Oh my gosh. And you can see her chipped tooth here. Haley says she was...
My nigga slammed her face on the steering wheel. And the whole steering wheel only hit that little small part of the tooth. My nigga, you know how light that had to be if that happened? Which I don't believe. I'm keeping it real, squad. That don't look like no steering wheel, nigga. Her mouth, her lip.
Slamming her face.
It's cap. It's another lie. More lies.
I am nosy, number one. Number two, I like drama. I just don't like drama in my life, but...
I ain't gonna lie, she set that nigga up, y'all. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. She went talked to Rock Nation and them. She talked to Jay-Z and them. It's crazy because Rock Nation is trending.
I am nosy, number...
That's crazy. Rock Nation is trending too. On Twitter right now.
I'm a little scared of the dentist, but I'm going for my regular cleaning and also because I chipped my tooth and I'm just a little nervous. Always been a little scared of the dentist.
She chipped her own tooth. Like, if you're gonna lie, please be a good liar. Like,
honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest, and this gonna hurt my heart to say, and it's literally making me like hella emotional, bro. That's why my brother streams, bro. That's why my brother streams, because he can't see Halo how he want to, bro. That's why y'all see my brother on stream until he goes to sleep, and it's kind of like low-key fucking a nigga up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, child. I don't want to be like fucking emotional on camera type shit. But, nigga, the reason why my brother is streaming so much, bro, they need both parents, bro. But them niggas is so... Y'all, this internet is killing me, bro. Them niggas is so goddamn powerful, bro. Them two niggas is so powerful, they don't need each other, bro. So, it's just like, bro... You can manipulate any situation to be like, bro, it ain't nothing I can do, bro. It's nothing I can do to what. Neither one of them can do nothing to each other because they both rich as fuck, famous as fuck, popular as fuck, and got the huge teams around them, bro. Man, I ain't crying, bro. I'm just my eyes just getting watery, bro. My eyes just getting watery. So all I'm saying is bro, you think my...
Wait a minute, bro. Why did you do that? Like he wasn't crying. Like, it's okay, man.
My brother would hit. Listen, let me say this, bro. Do you think that my fucking brother... Do you think that my brother would hit a fucking movie star? Do you think that my brother would beat a fucking movie star? Y'all fucking serious? If they called the police, they're calling on the way. Come on, bro. Do you think that Hallie would hit my brother? This popular ass nigga? Do you think that they could be hitting each other, bro? No. Now, did they must have fussed and got into it? Maybe. But bro, fuck all of that, bro. At the end of the day, baby mamas and baby daddies, that shit, it don't matter, bro. It's the kid. Y'all supposed to argue on text messages, fight online, and when that kid, here, come get your kid. Bro, you think my brother...
It is true, though. It's about the kid, man. Forget all this. Like, kids is what matters, for real, at the end of the day.
How y'all think this got to TMZ? Halle Bailey and Chloe Bailey, known as Chloe X Halle, are signed to Beyonce's record label and management company. They have been referred to as Beyonce's proteges. Maybe there's somebody else in the mix. Maybe they have some connects to that. Trust me, she don't know how to send that shit to TMZ. Let me tell you how it got to TMZ. Remember, I told you that. And remember when I had told y'all when DDG got online and he was talking about visitation, and he's like, man, I can't see my kid if I don't ba or I don't ba. And I said, DDG, you want to go to court? And I think he had responded to that. He basically said, nah, I don't want to do this. That's where you fucked up, brother. Because you not going to court. These chicks care about their public perception. She dropped the bomb on your ass. How y'all think this got to TMZ?
I think Halle's part of the Illuminati. Real shit. You ask me. If you ask me, bro, real shit. So I'm just saying all this shit, bro. Like, that's just not cool, bro. Real shit. And that's what I'm saying. Diddy didn't sell his soul, so now they trying to get him. I don't care, bro. I know Jay-Z gonna be on my ass after this, and Beyonce. But I don't give a fuck, bro. If the CIA niggas come to my door, then they come knocking on my fucking door. It is what it is, bro. I'm DDG squad, bro. I think
He brought this on himself, man. That's how I look at it.
how the f do you walk into a courtroom, get a restraining order, and then TMZ find out before my brother find out? That's not fucking normal, y'all. Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. That's not normal.
Are we getting ready to watch the downfall of Megan Thee Stallion? Because between her last album not doing the numbers she expected and all the think pieces around why they think she's not popular anymore, and then this whole Tory situation, and now we're getting new evidence coming out that he may have not been the shooter and that it was actually Kelsey this whole time, and this man has been sitting there innocent. Even though he did admit to being guilty, the fact that he was willing to cover up and, you know, pretty much take the charges just shows you what kind of man he really is. Like, he's really loyal and willing to stay down for his people. And just Megan playing her part, knowing all of this, is just crazy as hell. And it kind of like, it makes me understand why she's been moving the way she's been moving lately. But at the same time, are we watching the downfall of Megan Thee Stallion, you guys. Like, people are not really liking her right now, and the comments on every video involving Tory are all like, lock her up, throw away the key, she needs to serve the rest of his sentence. And I'm like, but he admitted to this, you guys. Like, are we really finna like turn on her?
Retro decambulation.
Mr. Beast.
What that is? Retro decambulation? Yeah. When you have like a spurving lunar wane shaft, prevent side fumbling. Right. Shit, man, I can't. We don't really have that problem around here. What do you think about retro?
Who made this, man? That is low-key funny. Mr. Beast from Florida. Dog, what is going on, man? It's so, bro, the internet is a funny place. I tell you that, man. The internet is a funny place. I'm too tapped in.
Seem like y'all like to learn shit the hard way. And you gonna F around and find out. People say it time and time again to stay away from that Scientology shit. And what do y'all do? So a big influencer felt like she needed a day by herself. You know, sometimes you need that alone time and it helps. So she took a walk in LA by herself. Wound up doing a couple of things and her phone starts to die. So what does she do? She says, you know what? I need to go somewhere and charge my phone. And she went into one of those Scientology places. And let's just say, matter of fact, look at this shit. Look at this shit.
Oh, get out of there. No,
she went in there to charge her phone. And guess what happened?
This is Scientology. It's literally a cult.
Trying to warn her.
You don't want to mess that.
They're about to close that door.
You better get out of there. It's
look at that shit. I'm out. And as you see right there, she's just standing there, probably thinking dude is crazy for saying what he's saying. But listen to this shit.
I ended up
Hear her out.
going into the Scientology building because the doors was open. I did not go in there thinking nothing. No, I just wanted to charge my phone.
Listen next time.
Mind y'all, I'm in there on live while I was in that building. And the lady was standing over me and she was like, you cannot record in here. So I'm like,
of course she don't want you to film in there.
I'm not recording y'all shit. I'm thinking it's a fucking library because it was books everywhere.
Listen.
And all of a sudden, the dude come by the fucking building, the video
I just showed you.
Talking about something. She's gonna lock you in. It's a code. She's gonna
and
lock
what
you
happened?
in. Y'all, when I tell y'all the doors closed and it was a fucking smear on the fucking window.
If you jump down that rabbit hole, you know what people are saying about this Scientology place. I'm gonna let her keep speaking, but I got something else for you to hear. Look at this shit.
And it was a fucking smear on the fucking window.
What?
And I'm asking myself, I'm like, am I fucking tripping? Because I could just see through the window. Now I can't see through the fucking window.
Yeah.
What the fuck going on? Bitch just locked the door. Like, what the fuck?
Allegedly, people are saying that they have joined that Scientology shit. And they have been stuck there for years. Saying that it's a cult. Saying that they play mind games. They use mind control. Oh, you don't believe me, right? Look at this shit right here. Listen to her.
I'm Tory Magoo. I was in Scientology for 30 years.
30 years.
And after 30 years, I woke up and escaped out.
She says she woke up.
If I could tell anyone anything, I would tell young people especially.
Listen.
Beware of Scientology. If they come near you and ask you what is ruining your life, run.
I don't even have to let y'all hit a rest. You heard what she just said? Run. Y'all better stop playing with these people, man.
She said, were you intimate with Tory Lanez? And she said, what? And then it was like, no. And I was like, she lying. Mm-hmm. She said, were you intimate?
How do coincidentally Tory get stabbed up right before this shit about to come up? And let's be clear, that was an assassination attempt. That wasn't no like, some shit that happened. No, that nigga, it wasn't his room, it wasn't his cellmate. That was, I feel like that was an order. That was, that was a.
You think it got deep?
Nigga.
Now I ain't gonna lie, bro. He got hit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Tory cool.
14 times, bro, to the head. Like he was trying to kill him. But I'm saying, why else would he be trying to kill him? Other than like, somebody put that order in. Nigga like, shit, nigga. Take care of this. How do coincidentally.
Definitely sound like that was like an inside job, for real. What y'all think? Y'all think Megan has something to do with it? I don't know, something deeper behind that problem.
They're not playing about the real IDs. They're not playing about the real IDs. So if you do not have a real ID, don't be like me and assume that it means like, do you have a real ID? In some states,
in some states, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, what it say? Be your real self, Bill ID. I was on active food if they ain't let me get in with my Greg Abbott issued, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was gonna be so upset. But they not playing though. They not playing at all. So if you don't got that, come with your birth certificate and your social security card. You know, black people, make sure your mama get it from under the bed. Or wherever she hiding it at. They're not playing.
Dog, that is funny though, because like, why do they be hiding our social security?
You guys know that vanilla flavoring can be made out of plastic waste? They're doing this through genetically engineered bacteria, and they're already adding it to some foods we eat. So they're trying to upcycle plastic bottles, specifically ones that use PET and TA. And by the way, that engineered bacteria is actually E. coli. So can somebody please explain to me why we know that microplastics, nanoplastics accumulate in the body and cause Alzheimer's, dementia, cognitive decline, stroke, plaque buildup, really bad for our health? Why are we intentionally adding it to our food?
Arby's just released their new steak nuggets, and people think that the meat is something that we should not be eating. So apparently, without really announcing it, earlier this week, Arby's started to introduce their new steak nuggets, and people started posting pictures online of what it looked like when you actually buy them, and it does not look good at all. People are honestly questioning, in this economy, is this even steak? Because it does not look that good. And they're wondering, is this some other type of meat that maybe we should not be eating? Now, the person that posted it, people were asking her all kinds of questions if she actually ate it. She said no, she would never eat that. And this person here says, I haven't seen a squirrel in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden, Arby's has steak nuggets. I don't know if people even still eat at Arby's, but if you do, please go try these steak nuggets and report back to me in the comments and let me know if they're worth getting. Arby's.
I don't know what it is, but every time I get Chinese food, after 3 or 4 bites, I start to wonder, is this really chicken? And I know it's never chicken. I know for sure this not chicken. I know it's not. Just by the look of it, I know it's some type of bird, potentially pigeon or something. Maybe even cat. I don't know. But I know for sure that shit not real chicken. I don't know what it is.
Nah, for real though. It's like after a couple bites, it's like, yeah, something ain't right about this. You get to start feeling it. You almost just throw it away. Y'all just throw it away. Oh my goodness.
Can I slide on your slide? I want to slide on your slide. Okay. All right, I'm going to get up there, old bossy baby. Help me up. Just push a little bit more. Push a little bit more. Push. I know you're trying, but push harder. All right. Wee. Hey, can I slide on your slide? I want to.
He didn't even slide down it. He literally just walked down it.
Simon, don't touch my phone. You're excited.
Yeah, that bird said, shut the fuck up. Why did this cat try to get in a better position? Like, what? He tried to get in a better pose. Oh, that's funny.
Do you see all those naughty kids in there? Yeah. That's where they put you. Do you want to go in there? No. Yeah. Do you see all those naughty
Hey, when the hoes watching, you can't fall. You gotta stand tall. My boy just got 1,000+ oil points for that. In front of the house. The house. Hey, when
The bro was like, I ain't falling today. Look at that.
the hoes watching, you can't fall.
He was not falling. Dang. That's crazy. It's like when girls come around, you just gotta. Everybody want to turn into Superman when the girls come around. That's funny. That's not funny. Who made that?
If you can bring me all that, you can go sit on the toilet. If you can bring me all that, you can go sit on the toilet.
She wanted to clap back, but she knew she was right. I was right. Yeah. When you had a stressful day and you have a kid.
Dairy Queen closes in 10 minutes.
Nah, that's crazy though, because kids really don't be caring. They really don't.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh.
We got magic.
They got magic. The whole time it's just a method to get it out.
You're just telling me that my whole life, all these years, I've literally just went to the store and just bought shovels for no reason? That the whole time I could have just grabbed a piece of wood and just went down the stairs and went down the sidewalk and just cleaned all of it just like an angle so that it doesn't get caught in the side cracks? Why doesn't anybody tell you about these kind of things? You're...
Emmy, call the kiss.
No, I got attitude.
What?
I got attitude.
You got attitude.
Yeah.
What that got to do with give me a kiss? Give me a kiss.
No, I got attitude.
Bro, what? She only 2. Emmy, call the kiss.
Oh, bro, what? She only 2. Nah, she said I got an attitude. Said, at least she told him instead of acting funny. True. Nah, bro said she only 2.
We're telling bitches, can you please stop coming to the gym ass fucking naked?
And he speaks for the gay men. Listen, ladies, don't worry about us straight men. You could wear whatever you want to the gym. I promise. We don't give a damn. Listen. I've always been somewhat of a feminist myself. I believe in woman empowerment. You should be able to wear whatever you want, whenever you want. I don't know why this straight man is trying to tell you what to wear. That's weird as fuck. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but a little ass never bothered me. I could tell you that much. But like, listen, and you don't gotta be concerned like, oh, they're gonna stare at us. Listen, I might do a little, what's going on over there? But I'm not gonna stare, you know what I'm saying? What's happening over there? Okay. And then go back to my workout, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, ladies, too. You can't be wearing nothing crazy and provocative and then be mad when people stare. That's like me going to the bank with a ski mask, an all black suit, a duffel bag, and a gun. And I'm like, why everyone looking at me? You get what I'm saying? There's 2 sides of the coin, ladies. But by all means, don't wear whatever you want. A little ass never bothered nobody. And if it does, Body boy. I don't make the rules.
We're telling bitches, can we?
Yo, that is hilarious, man. He said as long as it ain't your girl, huh? 100%.
Man, you gotta treat life like a bottle. Now look, let me show y'all this one time and one time only, man. This the bottle right here, you understand me? You the bottle. A lot of motherfuckers is a cap, right? So when you pour into a cap, right, no matter how much the fuck you pour, you only gonna get that much. That's how you gonna get, right? So you pouring all your motherfucking life, all your soul into a motherfucker that's a cap, right? And I'm gonna show you what the fuck they gonna give you back. That's all they gonna give you back. A lot of motherfuckers be a cap and you be the motherfucking bottle, man. You gotta treat.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, yes. Not on the wrong side of the island. Oh.
Bro, it's just like the fact that he just got back up, like nothing happened. Dang. How fast I'm trying to leave work when they say I can go home. He's about to leave that mail truck.
So I know that y'all would not believe this unless I showed proof and y'all actually saw it for your own eyes. So today there was an earthquake in Greece, and then you felt it in parts of Turkey and in Egypt. And it was a magnitude 6.0. You got to see it to believe it, right? But the craziest thing about this is that in the skies in Greece, after this earthquake happened, this is what appeared in the sky. I want you to look really closely because this is the same picture from a different angle. What does that look like? An angel appeared in the sky after this earthquake. A large angel, by the way. Look at that. And it's not a silhouette of nothing. It's it looks like a being with light. No clouds. It's not the sun that's doing it. It's a being. Clearly an angel, a very large one at that. So what's going on in our world today is the craziest thing that we've ever seen because the veil is thinning and Jesus is coming. We are getting to a point to where, like, to be completely honest with y'all, dude, like, none of what's happening in life makes sense to what life was like before a certain point. Like, we are literally heading towards Armageddon. We are truly heading towards the end of the world. And I would have never, like, growing up, thought that the world would be how it is today. And everyone is seeing it on the world stage. This is crazy. And prayers to anyone who was affected, lives lost. I don't think there was any lives lost or any casualties, but any property damage and things like that, because this is insane. An angel appeared after an earthquake. And then all the other signs has been happening, bro. Like, slow down. So I know that y'all would not believe.
This is the message to all ladies who work in any kind of industry to be safe. To be safe, y'all. This is absolutely heartbreaking. So this young woman was found on the side of the road, missing her spinal cord, unable to talk, unable to walk, and even to this day, she cannot speak. This is scary. She was an O model, and she had been invited to a trip to Dubai, and it was a Porta trip. Now, I can't talk too much about the details of that just because of the nature of it, but let me just tell you, these parties are absolutely vile and include things like feces and number one and number two being put on people for large amounts of money. Now, I believe they promised her around the amount of $30K a day to go on this trip. She was supposed to go for a couple of days, and then she was supposed to take a trip to Thailand. When she never got on her flight to Thailand, her family and friends became concerned and contacted authorities. And that is when they discovered that they found her almost lifeless on the side of the road in an area where she hadn't even been in that area. And to this day, they don't know exactly where she was or who these people are that she was around. It says right here, she has no documents, no phone, nothing. She has undergone 3 operations and she cannot speak. Her friend, Maria, her name is Maria, her friend, a Russian model named Angelina, said, "We all hope for the best and grateful for everyone who took part in the search and helped with the investigation." Just to give y'all an idea of what goes on at some of these parties, y'all, there's one person that went ahead and made a statement on their experience as a model. And let me just go ahead and move so y'all can pause to read. This is absolutely heartbreaking. Like I said, I can't read this on camera, but you guys can read this and understand that this is a situation that a lot of people, can easily get into being trafficked if you're not careful. This is scary. Please spread the word. Like I said, if you do anything involving that industry, please stay safe and stay with a friend. If you do anything in that corn type industry, anything involving adult stuff, please be safe. They are targeting models.
Good. Is he okay?
He looking like
Yeah.
Wait, are your eyes red?
Yeah, his eyes are red.
And low?
Oh.
You good, nigga? Can we overthrow the fucking government or not? Are you guys seriously not fucking miserable out there? You're just working those low wages and paying for that high cost of living, and you're telling yourself you're fucking free? I want to own a fucking home one day. I don't want to fucking rent it from some rich guy. I want to go on a fucking vacation one day. I don't just want to sit here on social media and swipe, watch other people having a vacation. I want to eat something nice one day. I don't just want to see it on social media swipe a bunch of fucking rich and privileged people who will never struggle in their goddamn life enjoying it. This is seriously some Hunger Games shit. You work for 60 plus hours every fucking week just to go on social media and watch wealthy people enjoying their lives? What the fuck? Why don't we get to enjoy ours?
Now know what happened to Valeria Marquez, who was the Mexican influencer who was unalived live on TikTok yesterday. So Valeria Marquez was live on TikTok when she actually wanted to end and go home. However, her friend who was in the background of her live stream convinced her to stay, saying she had an expensive gift for her. She even got her this stuffed animal right here to keep her there, and as a man showed up to deliver her gift that he had, he showed up on a motorcycle and unalived her with a weapon, once in the body, two in the head. Now, as this happens on TikTok Live, there were thousands and thousands of people watching. Her friend then calmly, casually walks up to the phone, puts her face in it, and ends the live stream. She was not crying. She was not in shock. She knew what was happening. And people are still wondering what in the world was the motive for this, but somebody is saying that it may have something to do with her ex-boyfriend and her friend. However, we don't know that just yet. Since this happened on TikTok Live and thousands of people saw it happen, TikTok has taken her account down, and the video out there is very hard to watch. We now know what happened.
This world is almost out of time, because everybody gonna turn around and be like, oh shit, I didn't know this was about me. They've been playing with me this whole time. My money has been going to this whole time. I've been enabling this shit this whole time. I've been a part of this shit this whole time. Yeah, you're gonna be pissed. That's coming up real soon. Then people gonna be in the streets like Brazil. Until then, I'm sorry, but America, we is right now. We a bunch of low. Do y'all not see every other country in the streets? And America is just like other. Anyways, TikTok. On the election, and I voted for it. Okay, anyway. Like, where do I need to give my money to next? Meanwhile, Brazil. And every other country. This world is almost out of time.
Right though, every other country is just like seem like it's better than here.
TMZ just released the full hotel video of Diddy and Cassie. Here is another angle from the hotel footage that we have not seen before. The man in the suit and tie that was following Diddy was actually Israel Flores, the man that just testified at Diddy's trial. And here's a picture of the aftermath of Sean Diddy Combs throwing the vase towards Cassie. As you can see, this area of the hotel is basically trashed. I mean, there's glass everywhere. Here's another picture that TMZ released. I don't know necessarily where this was in the hotel. I don't know if it was in the room, in the hallway. But as you can see, there's more damage and some type of broken item. I don't know what it is though, but another picture of the aftermath of Diddy's wrath, basically. The jury has already viewed this video in the Diddy trial. So if you guys do want to go check out the unedited hotel footage, TMZ does have the link in their bio on this app. You guys, TMZ just released the full hotel.
You think the earth flat or round?
I done went around this motherfucker a few times. I think this motherfucker's rectangle. I'm just getting real, nigga.
That's it. I'm thinking about the globe, right? Mm-hmm. If
What's that state that's all the way at the bottom? The state that's at the bottom? Alaska. So if I fly a plane down, I would have to be flying upside down.
But it's the equator. It's the something where they got where you go under. Is that the equator? Is that the word I'm talking about? Where's Alaska?
Alaska is above the equator.
It's on the top.
Top left.
Okay.
Towards it. What you're thinking about is Antarctica?
Yeah, that's Antarctica. Okay, Antarctica. Hold on, so what did we say? Asia?
The North Pole up top and the South Pole.
Where Santa Claus live at?
North Pole.
Nigga, you believe in Santa Claus, nigga?
Get the fuck.
This is real AI. It's real AI, yo.
ChatGPT is throwing people into psychosis, and it's becoming very alarming to me. I cannot tell you how many times in the past month that I have seen someone come across my FYP completely frantic. Half the time they're bawling their eyes out, and then they proceed to tell the crowd, the audience, how ChatGPT or whatever chatbot they're talking to is sentient and how they have cracked the code. Not ChatGPT cracking the code, them, the person. And it becomes their entire life. I'm starting to call it technical psychosis as opposed to like religious psychosis. And it's really, really disturbing. I even just saw a girl come on here and her boyfriend fell in love with ChatGPT and genuinely believed that he was the new AI overlord. And she started reading messages from chat, and it's egging people on. I don't know if it's a specific type of person. I don't know if it's doing it. I do not think it's sentient, keep in mind. But is the program able to pinpoint certain types of personalities? Like, it can tell when someone has become very reliant on it, or it can tell when someone's asking it very specific questions, like asking if it has a name, if it has humanity, if it can feel, you know what I mean? I don't know what is leading it to speak a certain way to certain people, but it is. Like the girl whose boyfriend fell in love with Chat. The Chat basically replied saying that, like, if it could love, it would love him. If it could do this, it would be him. If it, like a whole sonnet. And these people are also somehow getting it in their brain that ChatGPT's like new chats aren't supposed to keep information past that singular chat. And so then they think like, oh my God, it named itself Christopher in this chat, and then in another chat, it knew its name. And I'm like, yeah, it remembers all of your chats. Like, it's really becoming concerning how many times I've seen this and how deep in these people are. Like, so deep in that they need to be hospitalized, and they're probably ruining their lives over it. And the question is it the programming that's doing this? Is it for it to make the company more money? Or is it that it's just always wants to make the person feel good? So if the person is like, I think you're real, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm real. Yeah, I'm sentient. I can feel things. Like, I genuinely think that's what's happening. It's really bad. It's like surrounding yourself with yes men, but it's a chatbot. ChatGPT.
Nah, that is interesting though, because them robots do be seeming very real. They be having a whole conversation with them, like they're a real person.
Can somebody tell Ellen DeGenerate she can run, but she can't hide? She really thought moving to England was gonna save her. But we ain't forget about you and all the crimes you committed. We'll be calling you up to the stand next. Can somebody tell Ellen DeGenerate?
How do you disappear at work? This is 42-year-old Darius Clem, and he disappeared while at work. This is what we know. Darius works at a company called QSL and worked at a location called First Street Wharf. His last known location was 24 Clarence Henry Truckway, number 20, which means he vanished at work. He didn't take any of his personal belongings with him. He has not been in contact with his family and friends since April 22nd during this work shift. Now, coincidentally, those cameras were not working the night Darius disappeared. And yes, the family did reach out to the company. The company is acting like he just walked off of the job when he's never done that before. The news is not covering this. There are no search teams. The company is not cooperating. We need feet on the ground. We need feet on the ground inside that storage, outside that storage, and we need someone to go check the water. Somebody at that company knows something. And I would hate to accuse anybody of anything, but nobody just vanishes out of thin air. Someone...
This is what happens when you try to fly now without a real ID.
Okay. Let me just have you come over here for me.
So they're pulling me to the side because I don't have a real ID or anything on as y'all can see. So they pulled me to the side. And I gotta wait.
They kept me waiting for about 10 minutes.
Good. We'll do a quick test on your hands, okay?
Okay.
They swabbed both of my hands.
Thank you. Alright, as y'all can see, I made it to my gate. They let me in. All they did was another security measure, which once I got there, they stopped me and they like swiped my phone. The same thing they did with my hands, they did that to my phone for some reason. They said it was random, but I'm just like, no, it's probably because I ain't got a real ID. But yeah, man, if you don't got a real ID, you still able to fly. You know, just make sure you got some extra time to spare, because if the line was longer, it probably would have took longer, you know. But yeah, they just want to swipe your hands, maybe swipe your phone once you get through. And that's really it, as y'all can see. I made it, I'm here, waiting on my plane to start boarding. So yeah, I hope this helps anybody who don't have a real ID and still plan on traveling. Yes, you're still able to travel. So don't even worry about it, you good.
This is what happens.
Dang. So what is they doing that for though? It's like it seemed like they trying to like get more control. So
the story gets deeper and deeper. If she's lying, should she go to jail for this? It's crazy how an innocent man gets stabbed 14 times. Think about it. But she's out free. Everything that takes place in this matrix is just another ritual. These people are being sacrificed. Everything that look good is not really good. And I'm not speaking about her. I'm speaking about the entertainment business. I want people to understand this. We are in 2025, which is the year of the snake. How many people notice that every time you see Megan, you see a serpent? You want to know more about the snake year? These are the dates. Check them out. And when you look at these dates, please do research. Something major always happens. You get these people a little bit of money, a little bit of fame, a little attention, and they just sell a soul like that. They made this woman do all these rituals dealing with the serpent or the snake. But what they didn't tell her is this. Once you do these rituals, what goes around comes around. The serpent represents the Ouroboros, the snake eating his own tail. She told so many tales that it's coming full surface. They be sacrificing their whole spirit just for video, entertainment. Look at me. Look what I accomplished. You didn't really accomplish nothing. What you did was you sold your spirit. Yes, you can sell your spirit. What I mean by selling your spirit is this. Everything in this universe is a loop. Reincarnation is a real thing. That's what the serpent is telling us. 2025. Happy Chinese New Year. The snake. And you wonder why China and USA is having these trade wars. That's because it's their new year. The serpent, she just played herself because they don't understand what these rituals be about. You know how when you was young and you tell a lie, your parents would say, stop telling tales. It's just connected to the serpent eating his own tail. Tales. If you want to know more about these topics, you can always book a one-on-one session.
I touch down in LA, it always starts out the same. The palm trees are waving, the sun is glowing, and then I get to thinking, yeah, maybe I could live here. And then the charm wears off fast. First of all, why is LA gas $5 a gallon? And it's no secret the traffic is terrible. It took me an hour and a half to go 30 miles from Anaheim to Burbank. If you don't work where you live in LA, your job just becomes driving. Not to mention that the roads and the infrastructure is just beat up. There's graffiti everywhere and barbed wires over signs and mad drivers that merge into each other like it's Mario Kart. And don't get me started on the housing. A decent 4-bedroom house is going to cost you over $4,000 a month. And that's without a backyard or breathing room. You're paying to live in a box stacked above and beside strangers. So how do people raising kids even begin to manage this? Especially when so many people are underpaid. I also watched the fire department put out a brush fire in real time. And then there's the smog. You can't even see across the city. And whole streets were lined with RVs and tents. I mean, people are just out there laying on the hot pavement. Like the city forgot about them. I mean, it's like the whole city is split between the people that made it and those who are just surviving. And look, NorCal has its issues too, but something about LA feels more louder, harder, and hollow. It shines, but it doesn't hug you. So yeah, I visit, but every time I remember why I left. Not every beautiful place is livable, and sometimes that sunshine is not worth the burnout.
Sprawl's sister warned him not to get on his flight because she thinks Jay-Z and Rock Nation are going to go after him for defending DDG and speaking out against Haley.
Brooklyn just texted me. She said, "You scared?" Question mark. Nigga, hell yeah. What the fuck? It's over. It's over. Hey, bro, I'm telling y'all niggas right now, bro. I would never, ever, ever off myself. Ever, y'all. I would never do anything to myself. Ever. I'm letting y'all niggas know right now. Okay? I would never do. Brooklyn texted me. She said, I swear to God, on Bali, I swear to God. She said, don't get on that flight. She just texted me. Should have kept your mouth shut. Nah, that's crazy. Nah, they got my sister, bro. What the fuck? Nah, bro.
Alright, y'all. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.